the Plymouth High School Marching Band. Let's meet the opposition. Here are the team and coaches of the Port Washington Pirates.
Port's got about 4 or 5 trick plays.
Tonight is also senior night at Winterfinke Field, where we are celebrating our 15 seniors who have dedicated many years to the football program. We are also thanking their parents who have supported their sons over the years. Let's meet our seniors. Number 2, Macklin Moore and his parents, Clayton and Liz.
Ready? All right. Good evening and welcome to Finke Field as tonight the Panthers host Port Washington on a homecoming evening here in Plymouth. Panthers come in tonight as 5-1, host of Port Washington Pirates, also at 5-1. I am Josh Uppner along with my broadcast partner for this evening, Aaron Martell. Aaron, how are we doing?
We're doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Great evening. Beautiful setting for a Friday night football game.
It doesn't really get any better than this. It's a nice, cool night. It's a perfect night to be able to football, perfect night to be able to take 2 teams at the top of the conference to be able to really get after it tonight. Plymouth needs a win to still fight for that conference title.
Yeah. So last week Plymouth traveled to Watertown, came away with a victory, and Port Washington hosted Kewaskum, also came away with the victory, and both teams are fighting for the top of the East Central Conference Championship. Tonight we're hosting homecoming night. Also homecoming night with senior night, the last homecoming game for the Panthers. Panthers are looking to come away with the victory tonight, but as you know, Port Washington is going to come in as tough as nails, ready to go.
They do. It's going to be interesting to see what Port does. I think they're going to try and do a lot of different misdirection or maybe some trick plays, get us out of our spots, use their speed in that way. And so the Panthers' defense is going to have to be disciplined, and their offense, I think, is going to have to do some misdirection as well, knowing that they can't, even though Brett Shutter is an amazing player, amazing athlete, they need to mix it up enough so they don't just keep on keying on Brett.
Right. What a great night for Panther football. Homecoming, another beautiful year for homecoming parade.
It is.
Started at 4:15. We got up here. Another great crowd. It's so nice to see the young kids, the parents, all the crowds coming in. Port Washington is coming in with a big crowd. I think this is starting to become more of a rivalry game than Port Washington or Plymouth and Kewaskum has been.
Yeah, I agree. I think Port's kind of come in and kind of pushed us around a little bit in some of the sports, and I think we're like, hey, wait a minute, we want to have a say in it too, and so I definitely think it's been kind of turning into a rivalry game.
We thank all our seniors who have, for all the 4 years of commitment. As we just announced all our seniors, which has been great for the program. We are very fortunate. We talked earlier this season and earlier about the numbers. We've had great numbers throughout the whole program of Plymouth. I think we're up to about 85 kids between all 3 levels, and it has been wonderful.
Well, it really has been, especially with doing the parade, had the opportunity to walk in that. And then you see the youth football league when you have those fifth grade, 6th grade, 7th, 8th grade, and just building it and having it start in that the youth side of things to be able to have a night like tonight. I think we had 12, 14 seniors to be able to celebrate, and it's good for the overall program and our community.
Looks like Plymouth will be kicking off. They'll be starting from the north end zone, kicking to the south end zone.
Deep to receive for the Pirates.
Landon Yerk has been stepped in very well for the Panthers all year, and he's as a sophomore, he's been kicking really well for them.
Yeah, especially seeing that change. Another soccer player converted football, or at least a two-sport athlete within that. And so it's great to be able to see him have that opportunity.
Panthers, number 13, Landon York.
Coach Valbrecht's got them all set up for the kickoff. Landon York is setting a tee up, looking to get a kick deep for return for Port. Waiting for the official signal. Oh, we just got the official signal. Here's the kick by York. Kick is up. We get it down to about the 14-yard line by Port. Comes up the left side. Gets a little seam, but gets down to about the 36-yard line of Port Washington.
That was a nice solid tackle by Devin Miller coming through. They're able to stay in their lanes for the most part. Good setup by Port Washington in their blocking. And so we'll see what the defense can do.
First down, Port Washington.
Be 1st and 10 for Port Washington coming out.
We'll get to the starting lineup for the defense right after this first play for Port.
Port Washington coming in their all white uniforms. We'll be running from the right side of the screen up to the left, so the south end of the zone to the north. Coming out in their 4th shotgun formation with the one running back. Single receiver to the top, single receiver to the bottom. Here's the snap. Inside handoff up to number 24. Looks like we got stopped by Shutter.
That was great contained by Brett Shutter. He was able to keep that edge. They tried to do a kind of a V-back with that run play. Great contained, good control on that defense. Starting defense tonight for the Plymouth Panthers, number 2, Mac Moore. Number 3 on that tackle, Brett Shutter. Number 7, Dustin Humphrey. Number 8, Ian Schweitzer. Number 11, Caden Schultz. 17, Jackson Nilitz. Number 23, Aiden DeMonk.
2nd and 13 for the Pirates. Motion out to the bottom of the screen. Here's a quick out. A little stop by the Panthers.
That was a great tackle by Sora Vorpogel, and he actually, I thought for sure the ref was going to get a block in the back by Port Washington, but that would have been a nice add-on to that
right?
Failed bubble screen.
Pushes them back to make it 3rd and 17 for the Pirates. Not the way they were looking to start the game.
No, but again, the defense is wanting to play nice and controlled, contain what they can contain, and so far they've shown that.
Panthers come out, 3rd and 17, trips to the top of the screen. Here's the inside handoff, fake handoff, inside pressure by the Panthers, rolling out. Big hit by the Panthers.
Sawyer Volpogel is jacked up tonight. He lowered his shoulder on that quarterback. Great start by the defense.
Good sack by the Panthers, bringing up 4th and 16.
Back deep is Jackson Nilitz.
Jackson Nilitz is the deep safety.
Panthers looking ready just to kind of contain the Pirates. Let the snap go and let them get off a punt. Nilitz back to receive the punt. Here's a kick. End over end kick. Nilitz letting it bounce. Let it bounce out of bounds to about the 25-yard line for the Panthers.
25-yard line. First down, Plymouth Panther.
All right, the Panthers' starting offense tonight is going to be number 2, Mac Moore, number 3, Brett Shutter, number 7, Dustin Humphrey, number 12, Augie Eggenberger, number 17, Jackson Nilitz, number 33, Cole Kuhn, 55, Colton Beauchamp, 59, center Grant Tomey, 68, Noah Steltenpool, number 71, Aiden Kresbach, and number 75, Chase Helmer.
Panthers coming out into a little formation. They jump out full back house with Eichenberger, gets the snap. We got a flag by the umpire, which is kind of unusual for.
Well, that was pretty unique because they had actually Augie, the starting quarterback, out at the wide receiver position on the right-hand side with that, trying to mix things up a little bit. Unfortunately, false start.
You know, with all the emotions of homecoming and all the week going on, you can kind of see why we have that emotion. But let's get settled. We got 1st and 15 for the Panthers, 9:52 to go in the first quarter. Panthers have the ball. Same formation. We got a number of kids in the backfield. Everyone rotates out. Eichenberger gets the snap, takes off up the left side, up the middle.
No, again, they had Augie split out. it was a direct snap, I think, to Brett Shutter. So again, they're using a lot of different variations to say where's the ball going to go. They're also running a double fullback, I believe, with Ian and Cole in the backfield. And, I take that back. Ian is on the sideline, but I know that that's something that they want to set up with 2 fullbacks and Brett in that.
Right. Brings up 2nd and 12 for the Panthers. Eichenberger at quarterback gets the snap with Kuhn and Shutter out there. Pass is overthrown.
So that is a timing route. It's going to be a quick out, but unfortunately, Augie didn't wait just that one more step. He threw it before he even made his break, and Humphrey wasn't ready for it.
Right. Well, and that comes from, there's just so much emotion on homecoming day.
Absolutely.
Everyone's just so pumped up all week, and then we get out here, and sometimes you're just going to have that over and throw.
Yeah, no doubt.
Brings up 3rd and 12 for the Panthers, 9:13 to go in the first quarter. Shutter and Eichenberger in the backfield. Here's the snap, rolls out to the left. Eichenberger looks to pass, keeps it
Jackson,
instead.
nope. Hold on to that ball.
A gain about 3 yards for the Panthers.
Eichenberger rolls out.
I thought if he was able to set his feet for a moment, he might have had Jackson Nihilus about 15, 17 yards down the field. He took a little more conservative approach, which isn't a bad thing, especially just outside the 27-yard line. Live for another day.
Right. Brings up 4th and 8 for the Panthers. Panthers in punt formation. Let's see. Typically in this formation, they try to draw them offside, see if they can get that hard count. Here's a snap. Little run, the Australian rules punt off to the right side. Gets it out to good bounce for the Panthers.
Yeah.
Humphrey's punt takes a Panther bounce, and it rolls out of bounds at the 35-yard line. First down, Port Washington.
Humphreys gets it out to about the 35-yard line, which is a good punt for them. Little roll for them. We'll set up 1st and 10 for the Port Washington Pirates from their own 35-yard line.
Let me get to the rest of the starting defense. Number 34, Devin Miller. Number 35, Sawyer Vopagel. 51, Deacon Allen. And 55, Colton Beauchamp.
8:22 to go in the first quarter. Score 0-0. Pirates have the ball. 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Single back in the backfield. Here's a snap. Hand off to the right side. Up the gut. Wow. Met immediately by Shutter.
Brett Shutter met him right in the hole for minimal gain.
That's Brett Shutter.
He has been very consistent for the Panthers all year.
Well, it's interesting because talking with Coach Valbrecht, he said we're going to strip it down a little bit the last 2 weeks. We're going to make it really simple. We're going to run a 4-3 or a 4-4. We're not going to be having all these different shifts. He wants his athletes to be athletes and just play and react, not get stuck in their head and thinking too much. And so it's going to be interesting to see.
7:45 to go in the first quarter.
Okay.
2nd and 9. Here's the snap. Quarterback up to the right side. Gain about 3 yards.
Devin Miller on the tackle. Sets him up for a 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5 for Port Washington.
This is really where they're going to have to be disciplined and play what their position is. Not overcommit one way or the other, but do what their role is. You even see Ian stepping out to cover a receiver as that outside linebacker.
Port Washington comes out, trips to the bottom, fakes the inside reverse pass, incomplete pass. Brings up 4th and 5.
All right, another great stout defense by the Plymouth Panthers. We got 6 minutes and 59 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and 2 3-and-outs for the Port Washington Pirates.
Brings up 4th and 5. Port looking to the punt. Here's the snap. The kick is up. Nice kick for Port Washington. Get a little run. Jackson Eilertson lets it bounce. Just kind of dies. Maybe, they got a couple of yards, but Panthers will take over at the 15-yard line. This program is brought to you by the backers of Plymouth Community 14 sponsor team. We are proud to have backers supporting the youth and teams in our community. Plymouth Community Television invites you to become a member of the backers and will spread the word about your fine business or organization. For more information, please contact Jenny at 920-933-3382 or Scott at 920-889-1819 or Studio 920-893-0006 to get your business on the program.
Shutter finds minimal room on the
I think the Panthers offense got lucky there because I think Brett was moving going towards the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped. Unfortunately, that slowed down his pace and ended up no gain on that run.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Panthers from their own 15-yard line. Good crowd here tonight at Finke Field. It's nice to see all the young kids out here. Here's the snap. Eichenberger drops back, pass off the left side, just overthrows number 33, Cole Kuhn.
Eichenberger's pass intended for
The offensive line did a really good job of creating a safe pocket for him. I know that they really have to keep an eye on number 45, Garrett Koznitsky. Sorry about that, if Garrett's grandparents are listening, because he's going to be one of the toughest D linemen that they're going to see all year.
3rd and 10 for the Panthers. Here's the snap, drop back to pass. Eichenberg looks up, nice pass to number 15. Caden Schultz with a good two-handed catch. Might be enough for the first down for the Panthers.
You wonder if that Caden Schultz has any basketball in him. The way that he
Maybe
went
a
up for that,
bit.
just a little bit. I think he was going up like he wanted to put it down.
Yeah, we got the first down of the evening. Nice catch by Caden Schultz. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Panthers on their own 27-yard line. Kuhn and Shutter in the backfield along with Eichenberg. Here's a snap. Hand off Shutter up the left side. Gets stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Brett Shutter gets the handoff on that read option.
Yeah, that was a big fill by Port Washington. Isaiah Sheftingen, sorry again. What happened to these? Never mind.
Brings up 2nd and 7 for the or 2nd and 11 for the Panthers, excuse me. Shutter line up in the slot a little bit. There's a motion, handoff to Shutter. Across the line of scrimmage, gets maybe a yard, if that.
I think it just got back to the line of scrimmage, unfortunately.
Brings up 3rd and 11 for the Panthers. One thing about tonight's game is between Port Washington and Plymouth, they are identical. They are. You're not going to see a lot of gains because they're just so identical on every position.
Yeah, they have great athletes on both sides of the ball. Linemen, backs.
3rd and 11. Eichenberger rolls out to the right side, looking for a receiver downfield. Tends to run. Just gets about 3 yards.
Eichenberger rolls out and pushed out of bounds by Isaiah Schlechten.
Because he had to roll out, it looked like there might have been a little bit of miscommunication with the receivers because we had 2 receivers in one spot. When you have a broken play like that, you want to find an area that you can get open in and settle down within that. Unfortunately for Augie, he just couldn't get his feet set to make a good throw.
Brings out 4th and 8 for the Panthers, looking to punt formation. Here's the snap, roll off to the right. The Australian rules punt. Get a little run.
Good bounce.
Gets a little bounce.
Fumble.
Panther fumble.
That's a
Panther
fumble.
recover. Port Washington touched it. Get a muff punt. Panthers recover.
That's exactly what we were talking about before, is that we needed to be able to have some breaks go our way, and him not being able to get his hands on that fumble allowed Caden Schultz to get right on there, kind of be the Johnny on the spot, and get that turnover recovery for ourselves.
Brings out 1st and 10 for the Panthers from Port Washington's own 30-yard line. Panthers coming out. This is typically where Coach Grahn will throw some type of trick play. He gets that big play. We'll see if we can, maybe get a trick play out of this.
Looks like we're going trips left.
Yeah, trips to the top of the screen. Shutter and Eichenberger in the backfield. Shutter looks out. A little shovel pass up the middle. Gain about 2 yards.
So we're able to get a little bit on that, but I'm wondering if our linemen are not able to get off to be able to get to the that linebacker, that second line of defense.
About 2. 2nd and 8.
3:56 to go in the first quarter, 0-0. Panthers recovered the muff punt on the march. Brings up 2nd and 8 from Port Washington's own 28-yard line. Definitely we are in 4-down territory for the Panthers.
I think they're going to have to pick up the pace a little bit here. They're coming a little slow out of the huddle.
Motion by McCoon. Here's the handoff. Shutter up the middle. Big
run.
yards up to the 10-5. Touchdown Panthers. Big run by Brett Shutter.
That was a great hole up the middle, but that was all Brett. Brett just kind of covered up that ball, took one hit, took 2 hits, and then just outran the defense to get that first score for the Plymouth Panthers.
3:25 to go in the first quarter. Panthers up 6-0. You're exactly right. Brett Shutter just bounced. Those guys bounced right off him. Held onto the attempted tackles. Puts the Panthers on the board first. 6-0. Here's the snap. Hold is up. Kick is up. Good by Yerk. Puts Panthers up 7-0. 3:25 to go in the first quarter.
I know
Great series by the Panthers.
It really was. You took advantage of a miscue on that punt muff by Port Washington, and then you just continue to pound the ball. And again, Brett's been doing it all year, and that's so awesome, and you celebrate that. But then when you do it on senior night, you do it on homecoming, there's always something just a little bit more special when it comes to that. So it's a great start for the Panthers in this first quarter.
Absolutely. Visit the Paddock Club located in downtown Elkhart Lake, where Chef Lynn Chisholm celebrates the bounty from local farmers using old world techniques by making artisanal handmade pasta, bread, house smoked meats, sandwiches, and so much more. Wednesday and Thursday, try to give you the opportunity to make multiple dishes at very reasonable prices with their small plate specials while still offering a regular menu. Paddock Club opens daily at 4:30 p.m. Visit the Paddock Club, 61 South Lake Street in Elkhart Lake. Miller and Belt located on Hillendale Road in Plymouth invites you to stop in and check in their complete line of steel products. You'll find trimmers, blowers, edgers, lawnmowers, chainsaw, batteries, and chargers, and so much more. Stop in to see your favorite great selection of steel products at Miller and Belt. Miller and Belt located 8 Hillendale Road, corner of 67 and County Truck PP here in Plymouth.
Panthers with that kickoff after that touchdown. Great contain on that for Port Washington. It looks like they're going to start out the 27-yard line.
3:19 to go in the first quarter. Port starts with the ball on their own 27-yard line.
Now what's going to be really important here is that the defense needs to continue to push that throttle. They need to continue to do what they're doing, play in their lanes, play their responsibilities, not give Port that opening to get closer down the field.
Here's the handoff up to the right side, number 24 for Port Washington, gaining about 2 yards.
Handoff to Sullivan, who tries and gets around the right end, closed down quickly after a gain of 2.
Looks like a good gain tackle by number 34, Devin Miller, and 55, Colton Beauchamp.
Brings up 2nd and 8. Under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Panthers up 7-0. Port Washington gets the ball. 2nd down, 8. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Lone quarterback. Here's the snap. Rolls to his left. Quarterback keeper runs back to his right.
Great contain. Great contain. Who is that? Again, we're seeing Devin Miller all over the field.
Yep.
We had pursuit from the backside. It was a design quarterback run. He caught it and he ran. But there was no movement, no room for him to get around that edge. Just great pursuit by the Panthers.
Brings up 3rd and 8. 3rd and 8 for the Pirates.
Looks like they're tightening up their formation just a little bit for the Pirates.
Motion on the bottom screen to the top of the screen. Here's the snap. Fake handoff, drop back to pass. Single receiver out. Incomplete pass.
Great coverage by Caden Schultz right there.
Pass intended for Josh Arnold.
They tried to do a nice 15-yard out, and Schultz was in his back pocket. The ball was a little short, but still was enough there to disrupt the play. And here we go. Pirates have had it 3 times, and now it's 3 punts.
One thing that we've been very fortunate as Panthers is we got Jackson Alex on one side and Caden Schultz at the other. Here's a high punt. Short, drops back. Panther gets the bounce. Not big on the punt. Maybe 20 yards at most for Port Washington. Panthers will be starting inside Pirates territory with 1:46 to go in the first quarter. Panthers up 7-0.
Now, even though that wasn't a great punt, that's a punt that makes all the coaches nervous.
Yeah.
Because you have some of those big guys running down, they're not paying attention to where the ball is. You're yelling a certain code word to get them away from the ball, and you hope that they all hear it. And then Port Washington recovers or downs it.
Couldn't shutter. Eichenberg gets the ball out right up the middle. Gain about 8 yards.
So it is interesting to know that they had commented on what they were going to do with their stud defensive lineman, number 45, Garrett, and they were going to double team him, if not every play, almost every play, move him out of that middle, and they've been doing that, running up the middle.
Here's another direct snap to Shutter.
Did he land
Maybe
forward
one.
for a first down?
We're
it's going to be close.
It's going to bring up third, maybe a half a yard. Half a yard for the Panthers.
I think they're going to give us a fur. No, they're not.
About a yard to go, 3rd and 1 with about a minute to go in the first quarter. Panthers up 7-0. Homecoming night, big crowd here at Plymouth Finke Field. Full house backfield for the Panthers, come out in formation. Shutter runs up, gets the snap, direct snap right up to him, gets a push.
That wasn't quite the tush push, but it was pretty close.
Right.
Brett did a really good job of coming up under center fast. Sometimes that's hard for the center because you're expecting to be shotgun. Now all of a sudden you have someone down underneath. You want a good, secure snap. Brett's right there, gets that first down, keeps the momentum moving.
Coach Grant has been dialing up some good plays for the Panthers tonight. Under a minute, almost under 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Eichenberger and Shutter in the backfield. Twins to the top of the screen, doubles to the bottom. Here motion, Kuhn across the bottom of the screen. Here's the handoff to Shutter. Breaks the first tackle. Gets about 3 yards, 2 yards. That might be it for the first quarter for the Panthers. Gain of 2 yards will bring up 2nd and 8. Panthers are going to let the clock run out.
Well, if you had to dial up what a good first quarter would be, that would be it. You get a turnover, you get 3 stops on defense, and you take that turnover and you turn it into points. And so 1 quarter in, 3 more to go, and continuing to play with this consistency, they'll end up on top as winners.
Plymouth Furniture, located in Eastern Avenue in Plymouth. They have over 40 mattresses styles on display from Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, Stearns & Foster. Plymouth Furniture carries furniture, mattresses, and appliances with an amazing selection of sofas, recliners, lift chairs, lodge furniture, dining room furniture, and custom-made Amish furniture to boot. They also carry quality brands like Flex Seal, Southern Motion, Best, GE, and Ashley. Make sure to check out the back of the Plymouth Furniture, where you'll find the area's largest furniture clearance center with great deals on mattresses, furniture, and appliances. 2020 Visions. Just a reminder, at 2020 Visions, we do accept insurance from employees of Kohler, Sargento, Masters Gallery, Johnsonville, and many more. You can find us on Facebook at 20/20 Visions or check out their website at www.20-20visions.com. Meyer Motors. Meyer Motors is in Plymouth. Thanks to for voting us the #1 Sheboygan County best in new car dealership, best used car dealership, and best auto repair and best tire center. Visit Meyer Motors at 107 Plaza Lane here in Plymouth, Wisconsin. Here's the snap up the left side. On 2nd down, Shutter gets the ball. Gain about 2 yards.
All right, puts us in a position of 3rd about 7, maybe 3rd 6. It'll be interesting to see what they choose to draw up here, if they're going to go into that misdirection because they have been pounding Brett, use him as a decoy, or if they're going to try and roll Augie out again and do a quick pass, maybe a bubble screen with Jackson Nyland. So it would be nice to get him or even Humphrey some touches.
Brings up 3rd and 6 for the Panthers. Full house backfield. Here's the snap. Hand off to Shutter. Gets hit immediately. Drops for a loss for about 3 yards.
Looks like he lost about 2 yards there.
Brings up a 4th and 9 with about 11 minutes to go in the second quarter. Panthers looking to I think they're in 4-down territory. I don't think they're going to punt this.
That is interesting. It puts them in a tough spot.
Right.
I don't know if Augie can drop back and do a quick punt. 4th and 9 is a little long. Pinning them back could be a good answer, but taking the risk and going for it looks like what they're going to try and do.
Twins at the bottom of the screen. To the top. Here's the snap to Augie. Drops
Going
back to
deep.
pass. Throws it up the left side to Schultz. Knocked down by Port Washington. Incomplete pass.
And that's not a bad idea. You got Caden Schultz with that height advantage, his jumping ability. Maybe you get a penalty in that play. I think the ball was right on there. Great coverage by Port Washington, and they now have turnover on downs, and see what the Pirates can do with this.
Yeah, 10:28 to go in the second quarter. You're right. Panthers, Port Washington hasn't made a lot of progress in their offense, so maybe that was a opportunity to see. Let's see what we can get out of it. 1st and 10 for Port. Full house backfield. Here's motion from the bottom to the top of the screen. Here's the snap. Hand off up the left side. Good gain for Port Washington. Gain about 6 yards.
Yeah, number 23, Aiden DeMunk, had to step up and take a big hit on that, but they're able to do a kind of a comeback on that six hole and run right up underneath that tackle.
Brings up 2nd and about 3 for the Pirates. Single backfield motion to the bottom of the screen. Here's the snap up, quick out to the left side. Good hit up the left side, down for the Pirates, down to the 30, 25-20.
Good hustle by safety Jackson Niles to cut off that potential touchdown. That is a great play call by the Pirates because they had trips left. They used the second guy that was back to do a little bubble screen. His defender was 15 yards off of him, and so he was able to get that momentum to be able to run down that field. Good setup on the blocks, and a gain of a good 30 yards.
Brings up 1st and 10 for Port Washington, 9:42 to go in the quarter. Single in the backfield. Here's the snap. Motion option up to the left side. Hit immediately.
Brett Shutter on the tackle. That was great disciplined defense because you're going to have 35 Vopogel taking the quarterback, but then the outside linebacker, the linebacker needs to be able to cue on that running back, and they played it to a T. Great job by the defense.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Panthers, 9:20 to go in the quarter. Pirates looking on their drive. Slow to come out of their huddle.
Again, a tighter formation. They usually like to spread it out. They have 9 guys on the line.
One receiver spread down low to the bottom of the screen. Here's the handoff.
Yeah, I was wondering. It looked like it was a false start by the Pirates. They had one of the linemen kind of lean in forward just a touch. A little antsy to make that play.
Pushes the Pirates back about 5 yards. Will bring up second and 15. 8:55 to go in the quarter.
2nd and 15.
Pirates on their Panthers' own 29-yard line.
It'd be interesting to see how the Pirates dial this up. They haven't had great success of throwing the ball down the field, but I know that they like to. So I think they're going to continue to try and go to that, create some openings.
Here's a snap, fake handoff across the stream, roll out to the left side. Quarterback keeper keeps it. Gain about 6-7 yards.
Big tackle by Devin Miller. It looked a little unfortunate. It looked like Mac Moore got held pursuing the quarterback, but the refs thought otherwise, kept the flag in their pocket. But of course, being a Panther fan, was hoping he was going to throw that flag.
Brings up 3rd and 9 for the Pirates. 8 minutes to go in the quarter. Panthers up 7-0. Beautiful night here at Finke Field.
Oppie, I think just like it was 4-down territory for the Panthers, I think it's going to be 4-down territory for the Pirates as well.
I could agree more. Trips to the top of the screen for Port. Single in the backfield motion to the bottom of the screen. Here's a fake handoff, drop back screen play. Just overthrows them. I think if they connected, they could have got some serious
They had
yards.
great pursuit by the lineman, but unfortunately, if he catches that, I think he could be first down for sure and maybe scoring. So 4th down and 9.
4th and 9 for Port. 7:40 to go. Panthers up 7-0. Port looking to run. You're right. 4th down territory. 4-down territory here for the Pirates. Packed house here at Finke Field. Good student session. The student section is ready to rock. Here's trips to the bottom of the screen. Here's the snap. Fake handoff, drop back to pass for Port. Looks off to his right side, across the screen.
Interception.
Intercepted.
Dustin Humphrey down the sideline. That was a great play by defense. Unfortunately, I don't know what the Pirate quarterback saw because Humphrey was already there coming underneath. Humphrey ran a better route than the receiver did. Makes that catch, scurries upfield. Great play by the defense. 2nd turnover of the night.
I was just gonna say the same thing. I don't think Dustin even moved. I think he was just standing there. I think he just didn't see him at all. And he got a gift and he took it.
And unfortunately, in those situations, sometimes the quarterbacks want to cue on a specific receiver.
Right.
Maybe he was doing that and missed seeing the defense. But let's see if the offense can capitalize.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. Here's a handoff. Hoffman fakes it, keeps it, runs off the left side, cuts back to the middle, tries to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets 1 or 2 yards on that.
That was a crafty 4-yard, 5-yard play. I thought he was going to be held to none, but he did a great job, a good 4-yard carry.
Brings up 2nd and 7 for 7 minutes to go on the own Panthers 36-yard line. Hoffman with a nice run for the Panthers. Panthers coming out of the huddle. Twins to the bottom of the screen with single back. Shutter and Hoffman.
Here's that double fullback that we were talking about.
Seemed like they automatically blitzed on that play for
Port. Unfortunately, we weren't able to pick up that blitzing linebacker.
Brings up 3rd and about 10, 9.5, 10.
Again,
6:30 to go in the quarter.
Yeah, number 0, Isaiah, is just coming from that linebacker position. Most likely they called a blitz for him, and he shot that gap faster than our fullbacks could get to him.
Ooh, look at that. Call it 3rd and 10 for the Panthers. Got trips to the top of the screen, single to the bottom. Here's a snap. Hoffman Augie rolls off, gets a little shutter. Nothing too fancy, but gains about 2 yards. But, we weren't forcing it. We're just taking what the defense was giving us, and we got maybe 2 yards. But
that was really interesting play because they had number 34, Devin Miller, come back and actually block the defensive end as they had Aiden Kresbach roll out with Shutter. And Shutter just couldn't be patient enough to allow Aiden to get ahead of him on that block. Good pursuit by the Pirates, and here we are, 4th and 8, having to punt.
5:30 to go in the quarter. Panthers up 7-0, looking to punt. Here's the snap. Looks out, rolls to the right, gets that Australian rules kick. Try to get that bounce. Let it roll out.
Yeah, it looked for a second that it might have caught the back of the foot of the Pirate, which would have been a live ball for us.
Right.
But no one made any indication, went out of bounds. So the Pirates ball on the 32-yard line was 5 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Again, the Panthers are up 7-0.
Local, independent, like you, Waldo State Bank, serving the community since 1913. Located at 119 North Depot Street in Waldo. They are member FDIC. 1st and 10 for the Pirates. Port Washington starting on their own 32-yard line. Here's the snap, rolled to the left side. Quarterback keeper by number 7, Cal Luce. Gain about 7 yards.
Gain of about 9.
No.
Looks like Mac Moore might have gotten beat up a little bit on that play. Taking a break. We'll have our Yoshi, our amazing athletic trainer, take a look at him.
He is by far the best in the county. We're very fortunate here at Plymouth to have a guy like Yoshi.
Yeah, he is amazing for all sports.
Yep.
It's great to have him on the sidelines, home and away games. So big play by the Pirates for 9 yards, 2nd and 1.
Trips to the top of the screen. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff up the left side. Run by number 22, Kaya Sullivan.
Good tackle by Nate Helsel. He was the one that came in for a replacement for Mac Moore. So new, fresh set of downs for the Pirates. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
We're down to 4 minutes to go in the quarter and a half. Panthers up 7-0. Pirates marching on their own 46-yard line. Trips to the top of the screen. Single back. Here's the motion across the bottom. Here's the snap. Handoff to number 45.
That's their big nose tackle. Yeah. And I don't know if it was Brett that made first contact, but he did the right thing, was getting as low as he possibly could.
Yeah, right.
Excuse me, that was Ian. It was to get low because that was a big boy coming across.
Szynski is a big boy.
We got him at 5'11", 215, so he's pretty solid for a junior defensive lineman.
Brings up 2nd and 6 for the Pirates on their own 50-yard line. Trips to the top of the screen. Here's the snap. Roll to the left. Pitch to the right. Halfback pass. Down the field. Overthrows. Down there.
Good
Josh
discipline.
Arnold.
Yeah, good discipline right there. We thought we had the pursuit of that option pass as far as our defensive line, but Jackson playing that deep safety and his speed. I mean, he plays center field for the baseball team.
Right.
He was able to key in and not allow that. Sure, it was an overthrow, but it's good coverage by the defense.
I tried to talk about it earlier, but they snapped the ball, but between Jackson Eilitz and Caden Schultz, those guys just have that instinct, right? Whether
really
it's
do.
the baseball center field or the point guard on the basketball team, those guys just kind of get it.
Absolutely.
Here's the snap. 3rd and 6. Keeper short of the first down by Luce.
Tripped up just enough by 35. Sorry, Volpogel.
It'll be interesting. No, it looks like they are going to go for it. 4th and 2. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Full house backfield. Looks like they're going to get it and go to the right side, get a first down. Gain about 3 yards.
Aiden DeMonk did a good job of hitting that hole right away from that safety position, but there was enough yardage already gained that they got the first down and are going to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 for Port Washington. About 2:30 to go in the half. Panthers up 7-0. Pirates starting on 1st and 10 from Plymouth's own 43-yard line. Single in the backfield. Here's the snap. Drop back to pass. Looks deep down across the middle. Got a receiver open. Double covers. Incomplete.
Yeah, I think you almost started to say interference because I wasn't sure if they're going to get us with a slight push in the back, but we had them sandwiched. Good coverage. The quarterback also took a pretty big hit from number 42, Nate Helsel, too.
Good call by the refs not to throw that little shove.
That's just it. Let them play, right? Unless it's blatant.
Too often you see in high school sports where they just kind of, sometimes those back judges feel like, I haven't thrown a flag all day, so let's throw one now.
Right.
And they throw one. So good no call. Brings up 2nd and 10 for Port Washington. Trips to the top of the screen, motion to the left side. Here's drop back to pass. Keeps it up, runs up the right side, gaining yardage for Port Washington. Cal Luce. Gain about 7 yards.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not getting the pressure. He ended up scrambling just because he was running out of time. And so they're playing a lot of coverage, which is fine because it hasn't burned them. But they may have to take a look and see how they may have to mix things up a little bit.
3rd and 3 for the Pirates, coming out in their no huddle formation. Trips to the top of the screen, getting a signal from Pirates, are taking a timeout with about 1:30 to go. Plymouth Glass. Plymouth Glass is a family-run business, and we are honored to serve the people of our community. At Plymouth Glass, we offer a wide variety of services, including standard and custom shower enclosures, aluminum storefront windows and doors, safety glass and glass tabletops, thermoplane replacement, plastics, cabinet glass, with many patterns to choose from, plus much, much more. Stop in at Plymouth Glass. They're ready to handle all your glass needs. Plymouth Glass, located at 402 East Main Street, Katy Corner from the library here in Plymouth. PJ Campbell's. PJ Campbell Depot is a casual dining experience in historic train depot converted into a restaurant. Join our family and enjoy our comfort food, which includes steaks, ribs, sandwiches, and German favorites. Offering something for everyone. Don't forget the big pretzel and baked French onion soup. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Open each day at 4 p.m. PJ Campbell, located at 114 Depot Road here in Plymouth. 1:31 to go in the half. Port Washington marching, 3rd and 2 for the Pirates. Looking to get a first down here, keep the clock moving. Try to get a score at the end of the half. Here's the snap, run to the left side. Hit initially.
Tripped up by Devin Miller, but then gain tackled by a group of Panthers.
Doesn't look like he gained anything to the far officials located. Looks like it brings up 4th and 3.
All right, another key 4th down play here for the Panthers defense. There's a minute left in this quarter going into the half. If they can get a stop here, it'll set them up really good going into halftime.
Under a minute to go, 57 seconds, 4th and 3 for the Pirates. Twins at the top of the screen, twins at the bottom. Quarterback loose is all by himself in the backfield. Motion up to the top, drops back to pass after the snap, rolls to his left, flings it out there. We got a penalty flag.
You know what's really sad about that? I know that he wants to be aggressive. He's been aggressive all night. Was that it wasn't necessary?
Right.
The ball was over his head. He wasn't going to make the catch.
Wasn't going to make the play.
And unfortunately, a mistake made by Sawyer right there. He's been aggressive all night. He remained aggressive. That didn't change, but just bad timing on that aggressivity.
Pass interference. Go first down for the Pirates. 38 seconds to go on Plymouth's 21-yard line. Bring up 1st and 10 after a pass interference call. .38 seconds to go. Pirates coming out of their huddle up to the line of scrimmage. Got twins at the bottom, twins at the top. Single loose is back by himself in the backfield. Motion to the top to the bottom of the screen. Drops back to pass after the snap. Looks right. Gets it out there. Catch by number 0, Isaiah Sheffergan.
Pass is complete.
Again, we're not getting pressure on the quarterback. He's setting up there all day. He's got 4, maybe 5 receivers out there with the running backs, the tight ends, the receivers themselves. He's got lots of options. When he doesn't have pressure in his face, he's not making the mistakes.
Right. Tight formation for the Pirates. Here's a snap up the right side. I think we got a timeout by Plymouth.
Yeah.
Good call by Coach Canales to get that timeout. I don't think they were set on that. 28 seconds to go. Panthers take a timeout. First timeout of the half. Off the formation. At Bank First, we believe in building relationships and creating a better banking experience for our customers. We know our customers by name and make decisions locally, not out of state. We are advocates of the customers that we serve and the team that we bankers. We enjoy helping people achieve their goals by providing personalized custom service and value-driven financial solutions. Call or stop by one of our local offices to learn why it's different at Bank First. Member FDIC, local equal housing lender. Bank First, located at 2700 Eastern Avenue in Plymouth. Panthers coming out of the timeout, brings up 1st and 10. Pirates goal to goal from the 3-yard line. be interesting to see if the Pirates come back into that stack formation off the right side and see if they can just shove it into the end zone.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if they don't. I think they just want to power this ball in, don't want to take any chances.
Oh, now we're gonna shift by the. Here's the snap up the left side.
Oh, big fill hole. Who is that?
I don't know who got underneath there.
That was great. Ian did a great job of shooting through even their power movement within that.
Pirates take a timeout with 20 seconds to go in the half. Brings up second and about 3. Advanced Eye Care, Dr. Tim and Cheryl Ziegler would like to welcome Dr. Christopher Schnelly as their newest member of their team to join them in providing all your eye health needs, whether it comes from many diagnostics with your eye health testing or new pair of glasses from their wide selection of frames or contact lenses under their guaranteed contact lens success program. At the staff at Advanced Eye Care are here for all your eye health needs. Advanced Eye Care located at 300 East Mill Street, downtown Plymouth. Van Horn Automotive Group has opened their first dealership in Plymouth in 1966. As a neighbor for over 55 years, they have grown to 16 locations throughout Wisconsin and Iowa. With over 2,500 new and used vehicles to choose from VanHornAuto.com, it is easy to find the perfect vehicle with a click of a button. You can even buy your own vehicle online, and Van Horn will be happy to deliver it. See what thousands of satisfied customers have experienced. Van Horn, family born, employee owned, located at W5073 County Road in Plymouth.
Well, that was a great play by the defense because, again, they took that D tackle, put him in the backfield, Garrett Kaczynski, and Brett got low, and then there was a gain tackle. Third down, 12 seconds to go. Great pursuit defense right there by the Panthers.
Brings up third and 1. Ford takes their second timeout for the half. 12 seconds to go. American Senior Benefits. If you're retiring eligible for Medicare turning 65 or just curious to find out your plan is right for you, American Senior Benefits is here to help. Ryan Riley and Krista Heidemann are experienced in providing personalized services to explain and guide you through the Medicare process and provide you through a free needs analysis with options available at the low cost of the best health care coverage. Call Ryan at 920-207-0731 or Kristen at 920-207-8073. Set an appointment at your home or their office, located at 1215 Eastern Avenue, American Senior Benefits. Here's a snap, loose up the right side, touchdown for the Pirates. 8 seconds to go in the half.
That quarterback dive in for a Port Washington Pirate touchdown.
Looked like they went off the weak side. They kind of set up their main blocking on the left and they went more towards the weak. Now they have a little bit of trickeration of the field goal team, but it looks like it's going to be set up as a normal field goal. Again, just kind of unfortunate having that penalty take place, and now they got 6 points out of it. We'll see if they make this extra point.
Here's the snap. Hold us down, kick is up, and it's good. Pirates decided to tie the score with 8 seconds to go in the half, 7-7. For an entertaining first half and a quick first half for both teams. You know, we haven't seen a lot of passing, so the clock has been moving. But you have seen two identical teams tonight in the first half. And, you know, I think it's going to come down to the second half who's going to make the play, who's going to make the adjustment at halftime. Because they are identical as come.
Well, the good thing is that the Panthers do get the second half kickoff, and so we'll be able to be on offense right away. And we'll see what adjustments they make on offense as well as on defense. The Pirates are able to get some momentum there, and it'll be interesting to see how they make the adjustments on defense, and then how Coach Grahn kind of sits down and says, okay, what else do we need to do either to get Brett free or get it into other playmakers' hands.
Right.
We have Jackson Nilitz. We have Dustin Humphrey. We can use some of our fullbacks within that. Even more being able to come out of the tight end position. He's strong. He's athletic. Getting that ball into our playmakers' hands is what's going to make that difference.
Cal, Lucy for Port Washington. Hearing this signal from the referee. Here's the run up to the kick. Little squib kick taken by the Panthers up the middle. Gets about the 40-yard line. Can't see the number exactly.
I think that might have been 35. Oh,
no, 33.
Yeah.
Kuhn.
Out to the 39-yard line.
Cole Kuhn with the return. With about 4 seconds to go in the half, Panthers get the ball. Let's see. My guess is we'll just take a knee and go into halftime and live for another day.
I don't know. Again, we like the fourth down play down in the corner of the end zone. You have Caden Schultz out there. You have Jackson Nilitz, who's a speedster. Throw it up and see what could happen.
Here's the snap. Eichenberger drops back, rolls to his right, gets a little pressure, throws it out there. Incomplete pass, the end of half. So at the end of the first half, Panthers tie score with Port Washington Pirates 7-7. For Aaron Martell, I'm Josh Uppier along with Kurt Soap. We'll see you to start the second half.
Good evening and welcome to Plymouth Homecoming. Our first rock tune here was heavily influenced by India, the Middle East, and Eastern Europe. The lyrics of this tune reflect grief and loss. The tune used unconventional rock instruments such as the sitar, Hammond organ, and castanets. London Records released the tune in the United States as a single on May 7th, 1966. Decca Records released the tune on May 13th, 1966 in the United Kingdom. The tune was written by Mick Jagger and Keith Richards and was performed by their band, the Rolling Stones. Ladies and gentlemen, under the direction of Drum Major Devin Schursel, the Plymouth High School Marching Band presents Paint It Black. Our next tune was released January 31st of 1970 and was the first #1 hit for this Motown group. At that time, the lead singer, Michael, was just 11 years old. After the release of this tune, Record World said, this Motown group is the new Soul Kings, who will quickly charm the top 30 and all R&B lovers. It is the first of 4 Jackson 5 #1s released in a row. The other tunes being ABC, The Love You Save, and I'll Be There. Featuring our color guard with drill written by Bree Barnier, Madison White, and Dal Meow Canto, here is I Want You Back. Direction of drum major Jonah Rogers. This tune started emitting energy on the radio in 2012. The tune mixes elements of electronic rock, alternative rock, and dubstep. This tune by Imagine Dragons broke the record for the slowest ascension to the top 5 in chart history. The tune held the record for the most weeks spent on the Billboard Hot 100 at 87 weeks. The record beat belonged to Jason Mraz for the tune I'm Yours. This is it, the apocalypse. All systems go. Let's get radioactive. About a year ago, these girls, along with a few others, were introduced to you on this very field as the first girls' state championship team in the history of Plymouth High School. Tonight, I am honored to introduce them again, but this time as back-to-back Division III Girls Soccer State Champions! And their first for Plymouth High School. Please help me welcome you, the back-to-back Division III Girls Soccer State Champions. Here are your players and coaches. Paige Kurtz, Abby Warner, Haley Batzler, Canada Booth, Kaylee Nose, Marina Nose, Carl Nathan, Rena Nathan, Taylor Traker, Megan Shinneman, Hannah Downs, Ashley Miller, and Emma Dima, Lexi Barley, Molly Munson, Donna Tolman, Avery Feeder, Izzy Stilo, Sophia Sahaki, Grace Erbley, Hope Lambert, and Eddie Wazowski. The head coach, Brad Fike. His assistant coaches, Darren Munson, Jackie Hickman, Joel Williams, and Gabe Tao. And athletic trainer, Yoshi Ono. Congratulations, team. And let's cheer them on this year as they look to bring home a third gold medal, but this time in Division II. The back-to-back Division III Girls State Soccer Champion. And now let's give a big welcome to the class of 2004. And now on the track are members of the class of 2004.
3 minutes for the second half. Take this opportunity to visit the Plymouth High School concession stand at the north end of the field. Food, treats, and drinks at reasonable prices.
Ready? Welcome back to Finke Field with about 20 seconds to go in the half. I am Josh Upner along with Aaron Martell and our camera operator tonight, Mike Briggs. Aaron, we ended the first half on a tie. What do you think both teams are talked about at halftime?
I think it is going to be about adjustments because I think there were some mistakes that were made, so they have to clean that up. But there's also moments where each team got away. Being able to drive that ball up the middle for the Panthers. And then the Pirates were able to move things around, get different angles of their approach. And so it's going to be interesting to see how each offense and each defense makes those adjustments.
Panthers are going to set to receive the second half kickoff on the north end zone. Cal loose for the Pirates, looking back to kick off, waiting for the official signal. Here we go. Here's the signal from the official. Here's the run up. Here's the kickoff. Kickoff to the right side. Jackson Eilis receives it, tries to get off the corner, off the right side, gets a little bit, gets past the 30 to a 35, 36-yard line for the Panthers.
That was a good hard run by Jackson. Again, getting it into your playmaker's hands and coming around on that end. He thought he could get that corner, cut back, made a gang tackle. And so now it'll be interesting. Okay, what are we going to do on offense? Continue to get the ball to our playmakers and make that happen down the field.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. 7-7 score at halftime. Panthers coming out. Shunner and Eichenberger in the backfield. Twins at the top of the screen. Here comes motion Jackson across the screen. Fake handoff to Shutter up the middle. Gain about 5 yards.
Yeah, that was a real nice play because they haven't run that inside handoff to Jackson yet, but it was enough of a distraction to give Brett kind of a little bit of room of getting up that middle. So again, a little slight variation, nothing major, but it allowed us to get solid 4 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 6 for the Panthers. Twins at the top of the screen. Motion to the bottom by Kuhn, stops him. Shuffles across. Here's a handoff to Shutter up the left side, or right side, excuse me. Gain about 3 yards.
That was a great blitz pickup. You could see that number 0, Isaiah, was going to be coming up that middle, was going to blow up that play, but there's just enough of that guard to be able to kind of push him out of that way and allow Brett to get a couple of yards.
Brings up 3rd and 3 for the Panthers. What's usually interesting, and the Devin Miller coming in the backfield. This is I feel like Coach Grahn is setting them up for a play here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what it is, but I feel like he's going to set up a play.
Yeah, direct snap for Brett.
There's a handoff. Gain about 2 yards, but I think he's going to be about a yard short for the Panthers.
Again, I think it's one of those plays where you're doing that direct snap, even taking a half a step of stutter to get his two fullbacks coming in. Unfortunately, right now, it looks like 71, Aiden Krebsbach is coming off the field, either with some type of limp, a little hitch to his giddy up. Again, Yoshi will hopefully head on over there and take a look at him.
Panthers looking to go for 4th and about a yard to
He's
go.
got an ankle, kind of looking at that right ankle for that Aiden Krebsbach.
Let's see if they. Yep, that's. Typically, Coach Grahn has these guys always, every year.
Yep.
Every year you see them, they work on their hard counts, and they got Port to jump.
Offside is indicated.
We'll give them a 1st down for the Panthers.
And that is the difference, though, in high school football. If you cross that neutral zone, it's an automatic defensive offsides. Whereas in the NFL, and people like to compare it, it's not the same. You can come back in the NFL if you come across as long as there isn't someone that moves. So it'll be interesting now with that right tackle replacement, number 65, Bronx Romanowski, coming in for Aiden.
1st and 10. Here's a snap, handoff to Shutter up the left side, breaks a couple tackles, gets about 7 yards.
Another great hard run by Brett.
He is definitely. Great crowd here at Finke Field on homecoming night. Under 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Here's a snap, roll out. Fumble picked up by Port Washington. Down to the 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown Port.
So the Pirates were able to make a great defensive play of really surrounding Augie. Unfortunately, he was going to try and make, I think, a last-second pitch to Brett. Got that ball away from his body, knocked out, picked up by number 13 for the Pirates. Excuse me, Bear White, and he ran it back about 50 yards for that touchdown.
8:42 to go in the 3rd quarter. Port up now, 13-7 on a long fumble return for them. Out of their swinging gate formation on the extra point. Back to a regular formation for Port for the extra point. Loose back to kick it. Here's the snap. They're running a fake extra point.
I don't think he got it.
That is not.
That looked like it was a design play.
Right.
But unfortunately, our defense stayed home. Jackson Nyland stepped up, along with Devin Miller stepped up. Dropped him at the count, yeah.
That is one of those plays where, I know we're only just started the second half, but I'm not sure why they went for 2, because what they're telling us is they need that extra 2 points to get ahead.
Correct.
And they don't think Plymouth can, get a 2-point conversion. So now Plymouth, all they need to do is get a touchdown and extra point.
Exactly.
Very confusing to me why they would go for 2 so early in the second half.
Well, right now that Plymouth team is going to have to regroup.
Yep.
Again, having a response after a busted play, after a turnover, after a penalty that cost you, it's that response that says, hey, we're going to still take it to them. We're going to still move that ball down the field, do what we need to. There's lots of time left to be able to make that happen and kind of go from there.
You're absolutely right. It's not the turnover. It's how we respond from the turnover. Loose back to kick for the Port Washington. Here's the run up. Here's the kick. Off to the right side. Nylitz gets it at about the 11-yard line. Cuts back to the left. Gains about the 25-30. Gets out to about the 35-yard line for Plymouth. Good return for Plymouth.
Yeah, another great return by Jackson. I thought that there's a lane that was going to open up and he was going to shoot that gap for a bigger gain, but definitely starting at the 37-yard line is a positive.
8:33 to go in the third quarter. Panthers down 13-7 on a missed 2-point conversion by Port Washington. Brings up 1st and 10 for Plymouth.
Looks like our right tackle, Aiden Kresbach, got his ankle taped up and he's back in.
Here's the snap, handoff to Shutter up the right side. Gain about 4 yards.
Ahead for a gain of 3, 4 perhaps.
It seems like Shutter's always falling forward. Like you think he's going to get a 1 or 2 yards, and he's always falling forward. He's fighting for that next extra yard. To be able to get 4 yards in that first down is a huge advantage for the offense.
Yeah, Coach Grahn just makes his life a lot easier when
absolutely
when it makes it 2nd and 6 or 2nd and 5, whatever. But yeah, you're right, Coach. What do we got here? Shutter, when he leans forward, he gets that extra yard or 2. 2 refs are having a conversation here.
And the clock is still running.
Yeah, we gotta, yeah. Referee's having a conversation here, about 8:23 to go in the third quarter. Not sure what's going on, why we're having the umpire run up to the referee to have a discussion. Looks like everything's okay.
It's still hard to tell. I mean, for some reason, Cole Kuhn ran back, talked to Jordan Miller, and then Coach Jordan Miller, and then ran back. So we're not exactly sure what happened.
Here's a snap handoff to Shutter.
Wow, that was a congested play.
Yeah.
Penetration in the backfield, as well as looked like there was a crisscross on the running backs.
I think you're starting to see Port sending maybe, 7, 8 guys in the box, what they would say. And if we had a telestrator, we could show you what the box really looks like. But looks like they're sending more guys up front to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're just wanting to test my drawing skills. I'm not sure if that would really work.
Brings up 3rd and 6 for the Panthers. Panthers down 7-13, 7:43 to go in the quarter. Here's the snap. Fake handoff. Eichenberger rolls out to his right. Swings it out to Kuhn, catches it, cuts back to the middle, gains yards, gets down to about 39-yard line. Port Washington, great play for the Panthers.
That was a great play because he came across in that motion, and then he's kind of just swung out about a 5-7 yard play, made a great catch with his hands, busted upfield, missing a tackle, and he secured the ball because the defender was coming from behind, and so they're always going to try and chop that ball. He secured it, got a great first down at a great time.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. Here's the snap. Shutter gets it, routes to the left, cuts back down the middle, gets about 4 or 5 yards on the first play, 4-yard gain.
Shutter goes left, then goes over the left tackle for a gain of 4.
That was a great example back when I was able to coach football a little bit. We always taught the running backs, look for the lineman's butt because you can then cut off their butt. And so he saw where their butts were, all right, and he made that cut back and followed them right up the line. Again, another 4-yard gain, which is exactly what they need.
Brings up 2nd and 6 for the Panthers, marching in Pirate territory. Here's a snap. Shutter gets up the right side, breaks a couple tackles, gets a first down. Almost gained about 8 yards, gets a first down, 6:30 to go in the third quarter. Panthers up or
Yeah.
Pirates up 13-7.
27, first down, Plymouth Panthers.
Another direct snap to Brett, finds that hole, hits it quick, and is able to get that first down, keep that ball moving down the field, taking time off that clock.
1st and 10 for Plymouth. Here's a snap. Direct snap. Runs, gets maybe get a yard.
This time he's bottled up quickly.
Yeah, not a lot of movement up front there. Couldn't get the defensive linemen off their spots. Linebackers come and fill, and leaves us with a no gain or a minimal gain, 2nd and 9.
5:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Panthers down 13-7. Full house backfield for the Panthers. Here's the snap to Eichenberg. Hands off to Shutter. Once again, gain about 3 yards.
Across the 25-yard line for a short gain.
Make it 3rd and 7 for the Panthers on the Pirates' own 24-yard line.
It looked like there was a little bit more there.
3rd and nearly 7.
Sorry about that. The ref just had number 45 Garrett come off the field. I think there might have been some blood on his arm or whatnot. Needs to get that taken, which actually is an advantage for us because he has just been gobbling up 2 blockers all night.
Right.
Get him out of that middle and see if we can create something here.
5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. 13-7. Port Washington. Single house backfield. Shutter and Kuhn. Here's the snap. Drop back pass. Drops back, rolls off to his right. Takes off running and throws it. Gets Schultz. Caden Schultz with the catch. Gets down to about the 6-yard line.
I'll tell you what, that was probably one of the best passes I've seen Augie make, not just this game, all year. Because he was able to roll out on that back foot, throw a strike to Caden Schultz. Again, right in his hands, makes that play, keeps the chains going. Another first down inside the red zone.
First and goal to go from the 6-yard line for the Panthers.
Again, Augie split out, looking at a direct snap.
Shutter gets the ball up the middle. Gains a touchdown. Panthers. Great run by Brett Shutter. 4:30 to go in the 3rd quarter. Panthers tied up 13-13.
Well, that's exactly what we talked about before when Port Washington had that broken play. They ran it back for a touchdown. Missed that 2-point conversion. We're down 13-7. How are they going to respond? And that was the best offensive drive that they've had all game. And they responded with 6 points here, now going for that extra point.
You know, that might be their best drive all year because of even though they're 5-1, who they're playing and what they've had to do. I think that has been a great drive for the Panthers. Yerk puts it up, puts the Panthers up 14-13 with 4:30 to go. In the 3rd quarter, once again, Panthers up. We are very lucky here at TV14. We cannot thank everyone enough. You know, Aaron and I appreciate everything we get to do. We love doing this kind of stuff, and we couldn't do it without our backers. We like to give another little shout out to our backers here at Plymouth that allows us to do this wonderful stuff. The Paddock Club, Miller & Bolt, Plymouth Furniture, 2020 Visions, Meyer Motors, Waldo State Bank, Plymouth Glass, PJ Campbell's at the Depot, Bank First, Advanced Eye Healthcare, Van Horn Automotive Group, American Senior Benefits. Once again, thanks to all of them for allowing us to do what we do. It allows us guys like Mike Briggs, our sideline reporter, to help us out when it needed. Kurt Zope on the camera. We just love doing this stuff, and this is great for us to get together and do fun stuff.
Absolutely. It's something that's fun for us, something that we enjoy doing, and hopefully you enjoy receiving it on your end.
Yerk with the kickoff. Return by Port Washington up the left side. Gets about the 24-yard line by number.
Great pursuit right there by number 7, Dustin Humphrey, and really number 22, Walker Russell. Just a great play of making that containment, especially as a senior for Walker. Great job.
4:23 to go in the 3rd quarter. Panther, after the score, puts them up 14-13. 1st and 10 to go for Plymouth. from their own 24-yard line. Here's a snap. Quick pitch out to the right side. It might be a live ball. I don't know why everyone stopped, but I think it's a live ball, and I think the refs saw the same thing too.
We're going to see what the refs actually call.
I don't know why.
Nope, they are calling it a fumble.
They are calling a backward pass.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. That was a backward pass. The running back was behind the quarterback. Man, if we could have taken advantage of that. But either way, negative play. We always like negative plays on defense.
Yep.
2nd and 16.
Brings up 2nd and 16 for the Panthers. The interesting play that was. Panthers looking to get another stop. Here's the snap. The loose drops back to pass. Looking over the middle. Got a receiver just out of his hands for Landon Janikowski.
Again, Jackson right in his hip pocket. The receiver was right there. I thought he was going to make a play on it, but Jackson was going to be able to break that up right at that last second.
3rd and 16 from the
Yeah, Nylitz and Schultz out on the corners have been just solid all year for the Panthers. Those are tough plays for our opponents to capitalize on.
Nice long 3rd down, 16 play. Again, 4 minutes, 11 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Panthers are up 14-13.
We have trips to the bottom of the screen, single to the top. Got a motion across. Here's a fake handoff, drops back, loose drops back, little screen.
Set up the screen.
Gets it. Panthers, Pirates get it out to the corner. Gets the corner, gets out to about the Panther 42-yard line. Gets a first down for Port Washington. Good call by Port. Nice run by Isaiah Sheffergan.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate play. We had good pursuit, but because they ran that screen, they got the blockers out in front. He broke one tackle, ran up the sideline, and thankfully Mac Moore hustling from his defensive end position and was able to make that tackle.
43 yards on the play.
1st and 10, 3:45 to go. Panthers up 14-13. Pirates in Panther territory. 42-yard line to start. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Single in the backfield. Here's a snap to loose. Just a quick pitch out to the right side. Tackled immediately by Panthers.
Tries to get outside. Aiden DeMunk wrestles him down. Gain of 2.
It looked like Sawyer got held on that one. He at least got taken down. I don't know if he was holding on to the Port Washington player or vice versa. But again, great tackle by Aiden DeMunk. Held them to a short gain. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and a short 9.
Under 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. An exciting game here at Finke Field. Port comes up, 2nd and 9. Unbalanced line to the left. Direct snap to Lewis. Gets it. Cal Lewis about a yard gain.
Yeah, that closed real fast. You saw a hole in our, excuse me, Beauchamp was able to fill that hole, come off his block.
Yeah, you saw a little unbalance to the left there, and I think Panthers, Plymouth really read it and recognized it and capitalized on top of just only allowing 1 yard. About 2:15 to go in the quarter. 3rd and about 7 for Port. Single in the backfield. Here's the snap, run to the right, option to the right. Got a lot of room running.
Yeah, unfortunately on that one we had the quarterback covered, but we did not have the option runner covered. There was no one there to be able to cover. Great down block by the Pirates, and he gets a solid 14-yard gain for a first down.
Good call by Port. Gets him a first down.
No, just as much as our offense responded to that touchdown, now our defense has to respond by being up by a point. We got to be able to slow them down here and hold them to a big stop.
1st and 10 for Port from the Plymouth 26-yard line. Here's the snap. Just a direct handoff right up the middle. Gets hit immediately. Number 50.
Did a great job on filling that hole.
Yeah, Colton with a nice hit immediately. I don't think they got a yard.
Stops him for nearly no gain.
Colton's quietly has had a nice game for
really
Plymouth.
Is. Yeah.
You don't hear his name called a lot, but he kind of disrupts everything inside and
Well,
causes Port to have a little disruption going on there.
Oh, absolutely. But I think that goes back to even what the defensive coordinator, Mark Valbrecht, was saying. It was like keeping it simple. Just allow them to play. Don't fill things with all these other things that they have to pay attention to. Just let them go out there and play in a basic formation.
2nd and 9 for Port. Here's a snap, roll. Loose drops
Another
back,
screen.
roll screen to the right side.
Screen period to Sullivan.
Nice stop by Panthers.
But Shutter.
I get it from a defensive lineman's perspective. When all of a sudden you see the quarterback and you're scot-free, like I can go after him, but that's usually a cue that, hey, wait a minute, my lineman just let me go. Screen's getting set up. How do I have our linebackers or corners stepping up within that? And so they contained it a whole lot better than they did last time.
Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. Makes it 3rd and 6. Looks like we'll get one more playoff before the end of the quarter. Pirates marching on Plymouth's 23-yard line. Big stop for the Panthers. Single in the backfield. Along with Loose. Got a motion out the left side. Drop back to pass. Looks to his right. Got someone in mind. Connects.
Mosley's pass is complete.
Gain about 16 yards. Gets a first down for Port Washington.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened over there. Again, not a lot of pressure on the quarterback. So he's got all day to sit back there. And then I don't know if there was a confusion on the coverage there or whatnot, but a great throw at the sticks. He makes a move, gets a handful of yards to go inside the 10-yard line going in at the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. Panthers up 14-13. Port Washington marching on Plymouth's 9-yard line. Once again, we do appreciate everyone here at TV 14. Without them, our sponsors, we wouldn't be able to do what we do, and we're so excited to be out here. Once again, next week, the Panthers do travel. They are on the road next week. They do go to Kettle Moraine Lutheran. They will be on the road the next 2 weeks if Kettle Moraine Lutheran, and then final regular season will be October 18th at Kewaskum. Next week, October 11th, they're at Kettle Moraine Lutheran. So that's why you saw not only was it homecoming night, senior night here at Plymouth Finke Field. Panthers looking to come out with a big win tonight, which allows them to stay in hunt for the East Central Conference Championship. But either way, what we have seen with this new conference, Aaron, is it's a lot tougher than what it has been. And it does strengthen them for the ultimate goal, right? It was our ultimate goal is we want to get to the state tournament. We want to get down to Madison every year. And with this new conference, it was much tougher for us. It helps us quite a bit.
It absolutely does, because it prepares us for those types of teams that we'll face in the playoffs.
1st and 9 to go. Roll out to the right by Port Washington. Loose has a receiver open, catches him in the touchdown for Port Washington.
Lose's pass is complete in the end zone.
Didn't get a number on that. Looks like number 6, Dylan Crane, or
to
Jankowski. Number 8.
Touchdown.
Jankowski opens up the 4th quarter with a score. Now it kind of forces Port to go for 2.
Yeah, it really does. And again, a great play call by the Pirates. They rolled them out to the left. They had the receiver drag all the way across the field with the quarterbacks rolling, and they were able to get that pass.
Here's a snap, drop back to pass, looks out to the left, got a receiver open. Number 1, Josh Arnold catches a
complete to Josh Arnold for 2 points.
2 points, puts the score back to 21-14, 11:55 to go in the game.
After that, the score is the
looks like we do have a player down, Caden Schultz. Hoping it looks like it might be just some cramping. He's trying to hobble off right now. He went to go make a cut. He didn't cut. The receiver did, and they got that successful 2-point conversion.
Just want to give a big shout out to our TV 14 fan of the game, Ty Weinhold. Ty Weinhold has been a big fan of Plymouth community television for years, and we'd just like to give him a shout out, let him know that he's a fan of the game tonight. 11:55 to go in the game. Panthers down 21-14. Looks like Kane Schultz is getting a little cramp. He's got Yoshi once again, one of the best in the county, getting a little work done.
Well, here we go again. We got to make a response. And how are we going to respond?
Right. Well, it's not the first time we've been down, so.
Jackson Nylet deep for the Panthers.
But again, last drive, Coach Grahn did a great job of mixing things up, moving the ball around, getting it to their athletes, and we have to be able to see the same thing. This game is definitely within reach, and not only to be able to tie it, but eventually to take the lead.
Cal Luce looking to kick off. Wait, got the signal from the referee. Here's the run up and the kick. Little scribber gets it to Shutter. Little reverse, and Nylet's up the right side. Gets past the 30, up to about the 34-yard line.
Reverse play to Jackson Nylet.
Great return for Plymouth. It makes it a lot easier when you get a good return out to past the 30 for Coach Grahn to make some good offensive calls he's going to plan on making.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's been 3 kickoffs this half. All 3 have been at the 35 or farther. So it's a great starting place for the offense.
11:47 to go in the game. Panthers down 21-14. Oh, did I? Oh, we did have a penalty marker. Looks like a holding. Pushes the Panthers back to 21-yard line. I didn't see the flag come out.
Yeah, I didn't see the dirty laundry on the field, but obviously we got caught for illegal block or a hold.
Here's the snap, hand off to Shutter up the middle.
Shutter tries to go over the left tackle, puts his head down and picks up 2.
Again, he's a workhorse. He's going to continue to pound, continue to grind. It's going to be about our offensive line creating those holes, Gale creating some of that misdirection to really be able to keep moving this ball down the field.
11:19 to go in the game. Panthers down 21-14. Panthers get the ball on their own 23-yard line. Here's a snap. Quick pitch out to left side to Shutter. Tries to get the corner. Breaks one tackle. Gets surrounded by a sleuth of Pirates.
Yeah, I think that was the whole ship of Pirates right there.
Yeah, pretty much. No gain on that. Brings up 3rd and about 9.
Loss of maybe 1 on the play.
Now I understand the play call because you want to try and get Brett out into space. But when you get him out in space and you don't have any blockers, you're putting so much more pressure on him to miss tackle. And in that case, it did not work.
3rd and 8 for the Panthers. Trips to the top of the screen. Here's the snap. Eichenberger rolls to the right. Finds the gap. Takes off running. Cuts back to the middle. Little short.
Scrambles. He is dropped in the middle of the field by Tijan Egas.
And it looked like a design run, actually, because I think I saw one of our linemen 7 yards down the field wanting to make a block. So
Plymouth going for it. 4th and 2 with 10 minutes to go. Interesting. See, this is typically, now we're like, hey, we're going to go for it. What they're really trying to do is draw them offsides.
Yeah, and they've got it once already tonight. We'll see how disciplined the Pirates are.
They're just going to. Nope, they're going to take a timeout.
I don't know. I was a little curious once Brett went underneath center.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, maybe they will go for it, but it's the smarter decision. You're only down 7. Punt the ball.
Right. Live for another day.
Correct.
You know, 4th and 2. Panthers down 21-7, 14 with 9:36 to go. Panthers take a timeout. First of the half. Looking to do that rugby-style punt. But they do have the option. You know, Dustin Humphreys has the option. If he rolls to his right and he thinks he can get the first down, he has the green light to go for it. This will be interesting. If Port Washington is not playing disciplined football and takes off running, He might get a first down, but 4th and 2. Humphreys back punt formation. Oh, no, we got some more problems. Oh, maybe not. That was interesting. Kick by Humphreys picked up at the 31-yard line.
Yeah,
by
we.
number 1.
I don't
Josh
know.
Arnold.
I don't know if this ref crew is short a guy or not, but we definitely should have had a penalty. You can't go towards the line of scrimmage when you're in motion.
Right.
That's exactly what I think Aiden DeMunk did.
Wait a minute.
Got away with one, and we'll see kind of what happens.
Well, sometimes it's good to get a little home cooking, right? 9:25 to go in the 4th quarter, down 21-14. Port Washington taking over on their own 39-yard line. I imagine we're going to see some grounding right now, right? We're just going to try to run the clock. Luce gets the snap off the left side, hit immediately.
Lucy is hit in the backfield, then stood up by the Panther defense. No gain on the play.
Yeah, it looked like Devin Miller crashed through right away, slowed him up a touch, and then a nice gain tackle by the Panthers. Well, that's just it. Right now, the clock is not to our advantage, and so the Pirates are going to want to milk that clock as much as they possibly can. We want to try and conserve as much time as we possibly can. So trying to create turnovers, punch the ball out, knock balls down if there's a pass, if they choose to risk in that way.
Brings up 2nd and 9 for Port. Trips on the bottom of the screen, single in the backfield. Luce is letting the clock run a little bit. We got motion. Luce gets the ball. Quick middle screen there.
Again, another great coverage on that. The last 2 times they've done a really good job of covering up that screen.
Landon Jankowski.
Looks like we're going to have 3rd and 5. Again, 8 minutes and 19 seconds to go left in the 4th quarter. Port Washington Pirates 21, Plymouth Panthers 14.
Eight minutes to go. 3rd and 5 for Port Washington. Just trying to keep the clock running. Here's the snap. Roll to the left. Keeper Luce keeps it. Gets a seam down to the 30. 25-20. 10-15-5. Touchdown, Port Washington.
Option play and streaks down the field for a Port Washington Pirate touchdown.
Good call by Port Washington. Good read by Luce to keep it. He had a seam and he took advantage of it.
Yeah, exactly. You have that disciplined football of being able to who has who. One guy has the quarterback, another guy has the running back. This time, nobody had the quarterback. He ran it for almost 50 yards for that touchdown to put them up 27-14.
27-14, 7:39 to go in the game. Port Washington up by almost 2 scores. Waiting for the extra point. Here's the snap. Hold is down. Kick is up, and it's good.
And the kick is good. The score of the Port Washington Pirates,
28-14. 28-14, Port Washington, 7:39 to go in the game. Plymouth, they regroup, right? We're just going to see, we have an option here. We can either put our head down and feel sorry for ourselves, or we can try to figure out what's going on and we take advantage of what they're not doing.
Yeah, exactly, and I think what's going to happen now is that we have to take more risks, right? So we have to look at going down the field. We have to look at creating, if it's trick plays or whatnot, to be able to make that happen, because you have to score and you have to score fast.
Right.
7.5 minutes left to go in high school football. Will go quickly, and so being able to find those advantages, get creative, whatever that might look like, is going to be important.
Luce, Cal Luce for Port Washington coming out to do the kickoff. Panthers coming out. Nylitz and Shutter in the back, deep for the Panthers.
Cal Lucy tees up the ball. Shutter, Nylitz deep for the Panthers.
Cal Lucy waiting for the referee's signal. 7:39 to go in the game. Panthers down by 2 scores. Here's the signal by the referee. Here's the run up to the kickoff. Little squib kicker to Nylitz. Bobbles it, gets it out to about the 14-yard line, tries to get up the middle, gets a seam. Oh, tackled by number 8, Landon Jankowski with the saving tackle for.
It really was, because if he gets past him, he is gone, and we score fast. Exactly what we needed to have happen. But again, Jackson did a great job getting under control with the ball, still making a play.
There's another penalty marker on the field.
Oh, we got another penalty. Once again, I didn't see anything thrown, so this is interesting.
So last two kickoffs, we've had penalties. There haven't been a lot of penalties in the game.
Yeah.
But obviously there's something that we're doing that the refs don't like, and they're calling us on it.
7:31 to go in the game. Panthers down 28-14. Panthers looking to get back on the scoreboard. Here's the snap. Eichenberger off to the right side. Overthrows Nylitz off to the right side.
Eichenberger's pass intended for Jackson Nylitz.
They want to do a quick out, get something positive, maybe have Jackson make a move. Unfortunately, just a bit outside for Jackson to be able to make a play on that ball.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Panthers. Yeah, Twins at the bottom of the screen, tight end to the top. Here's a snap, quick handoff to Shutter up the right side, gets hit at the line of scrimmage. Fumble on the play. Looks like Panthers may have recovered it.
Yeah, thankfully we were able to get a lineman on it right away. Excuse me, I take that back. Our fullback, number 33, Cole Kuhn, was able to recover that.
No game.
Brings up 3rd and 10 for the Panthers. 7:18 to go in the game, down 2 scores, 28-14. Here brings up 3rd and 10. Homecoming evening for the Panthers. Twins at the bottom of the screen, Twins to the top of the screen, single in the backfield. Here's a snap to Eichenberger, drops back to pass, steps up in the pocket, gets it off there, gets hit as
Eichenberger's
incomplete pass.
Intended for Schultz.
He was flirting with that line of scrimmage. Unfortunately, he was trying to make a play on the move.
I think he might even been. He was flirting with it, but
you're saying
it gently. But I think he might have been over. But brings up 4th and 10 either way, right, for the Panthers. Humphrey's back to punt. Got his rugby-style punt once again. It's one of he's one of these where we can get a little run on it. If they don't get a good rush, he might run for 10 yards. We don't know. Here's a snap. Roll, run. He's gonna. Now we got a punt. Panthers get a good bounce, out of bounds.
Punt goes out of bounds at the
punt at the
7-yard line. First down, Port Washington.
Yeah, I think Dustin was curious about, hey, there's no one coming. I think he was like, but in that area, it's a big risk.
Wow, if it's 4th and 2 compared to 4th and 10,
Correct.
I think he might have ran for it, but you're right. He thought about it, absolutely.
All right, it's our turn to create a turnover here.
6:50 to go in the game. Panthers down 28-14. Pirates with the ball, 1st and 10. We got a legal substitution penalty. Too many guys in the huddle. One guy runs off the field. You can't have more than 12 guys or 11 guys in the huddle.
On the field for Port Washington will be a 5-yard walk-off.
Yeah, it looks like just kind of hear rumblings around us at times. Been looking for that call probably 2 other times tonight. They finally got caught with it.
It's a big penalty. 6:50 to go. I mean, that's not Port Washington wants to run the clock, but they don't want to start 1st and 15. Kind of puts them in the hole a little bit. Trips to the bottom of the screen, single back. Here's the snap, the loose, jumps off the right side, breaks the hole, gets most of that back, and then some. Gain about almost 10.
About 12.
Yeah, the lineman controlled that line of scrimmage right there, blew up a hole. Linebackers are contained by the lineman as well, and runs for 12 yards.
Brings up second and about 5. About 6 minutes to go in the game. Port Washington definitely taking their time to get to the line of scrimmage, run a play.
Yeah, there's no rush
Yep.
in the last 6 minutes here.
Trips to the bottom of the screen, single at the top. Cal Lucy at the quarterback gets the snap. Just keep her.
That's a good call. The center flinched, and the back judge was able to catch that 5-yard penalty going backwards.
Pirates, a 5-yard penalty.
Pushes the Pirates back 5 yards, brings up second and almost 10.
That will set up 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 for the Pirates. About under 6 minutes to go in the game. Great crowd for both sides tonight. It's starting to become more of a rivalry game for Plymouth. And back in it used to be Sheboygan Falls, but you're starting to see more Port and Plymouth play a rivalry game. About 5:30 to go. 2nd and 9. Cal Lucy was waiting for the referee in the back to give a signal of almost getting a delay game. It's starting to count. Here's the snap. Takes off, quick pitch to the left side. Hit immediately. Breaks a couple tackles. Gets down.
He breaks 2 tackles, slides down.
Kaya Sullivan with a smart play.
It really was.
Just getting down. Inbounds.
Let that clock continue to run. Unfortunately, Devin Miller had him in the backfield, could not wrap him up. He gives a little shimmy shake, gets to the sideline. Instead of fighting for more yards, he slides inbounds to keep that clock rolling. Really heads up for a young player.
About 4:40 to go in the game. Third and about 3 for Port. Not in any hurry. Nope, we got the referee starting to count. We'll see if the Port takes the timeout or they're going to run a play quick. Oh, no. Here's the snap to loose up the right side. Gets first down and then some. Gets down to 45-40. Gets down. I think he was down on the slide.
He was down on the slide. Jackson being aggressive, trying to knock that ball off. See if we get something to go our way, but he was definitely down. Again, no contain on that outside. 3rd and 2 play that turns into a 22-yard play.
Gives Port Washington 1st and 10 from Plymouth's 35-yard line. About 4 minutes to go in the game. Just content to just get a first down and let the clock run a little bit.
You can see our defense is wearing down, losing their gap control, containment.
First and 10 for Port. Here's a snap to loose. Inside handoff. Jumps back to number 24. Sam Paston.
Sam Paston runs that counter play for a chunk of yards.
Gain about 6 yards. Down about almost 3 minutes to go. Brings up 2nd and 4 for Port Washington. Panthers are trying to hold on to their timeouts, but I'm not sure. At some point, Coach Grahn or Coach Canales is going to have to take a timeout, try to get a stop. 2nd and 4 for Port.
That was a really great play by the Pirates. They're pounding the quarterback a little bit, and all of a sudden they did a little jet sweep, caught Panthers off a little bit. Good gain tackle, but again, that clock keeps on ticking, and you can't beat the clock unless you get turnovers or stoppage.
Here's the snap, the loose. Just quarterback Hinkmer up the left side, finds the hole, finds the seam, gets down about the 14-yard line, goes down instead of trying to get a touchdown. I think Port's just content just to run the clock out.
That was a little interesting, though, because I thought he had the angle to score a touchdown and the game would be over. But he chose a slide, allow that time to keep on running. At this point, Coach Knaus isn't using his timeouts, and so we'll see.
Brings up a 1st and 10 for the Port Washington, about 2:20 to go in the game. Just kind of slowly working the ball down the field. Up 14, content not to score, but just to keep, they're more important to keep the clock running. We're looking at the official in the backfield. Here's this Wildcat formation up the left side by number 1. Josh Arnold.
The direct snap.
Panthers taking a timeout with 1:52 to go.
Gain of 3 on the play.
Well, I can understand him waiting for that timeout because it puts it at 2nd down.
Right.
Get stopped again, 3rd down. Right now, they can't get in the end zone, can't even give up a field goal to even have some type of life with a quick touchdown and an onside kick. The Stars would have to align for all of that to take place, but they still want to be able to fight.
Once again, Panthers on the road next week to Kettle Moraine Lutheran. And then to finish up at Kewaskum, the last 2 road games, hopefully trying to get it. We do have secured a playoff spot. We just, we're trying to get victories to secure a home game, which at this point might not look good for the Panthers.
No, going down to the potentially 2 losses does not set you up well for a home game, but you win these last 2 games, you put yourself at 7-2. It's a different story within that.
Right. 1:52, Panthers. Port coming out of the timeout. Looks like Cal Luce is back in the quarterback. Gets a direct snap off the left side. Just getting the ball, trying to stay in bounds. Just going to go down, gain maybe a yard. Panthers taking their 2nd timeout. Last time out of the game.
One of the things that you'd like to be able to see in that is kind of have one defender hold them up and another defender kind of strip or knock that ball out. But, again, made the tackle, 3rd down and long. Last time out for the Panthers, and we'll see what they can do on this 3rd down play.
.144 to go in the game. Port's looking to run the clock out. Brings up 3rd and about 7. Great night here. Beautiful night. Beautiful weather for football all year so far. I mean, shoot, we're in October 4th and we're still in shorts and T-shirts and,
well,
having
not
a great
all
time.
of us are. Some of us are starting to
I know.
bundle up a little bit, but it is a beautiful night for football. Fall night, homecoming night, senior night.
Yeah.
All the great festivities. Unfortunately, right now, not a lot to cheer about as this game is coming to an end with a 14-point deficit.
1:44 to go in the game. Panthers down 14, 28-14. Panthers out of timeout. Here's a snap, handoff up the left side. The number 24, Sam Paston, gets a 1st down. They might have enough just to run the clock out of the game. They might see them run the clock out. I don't know why we're measuring. I think they got it. Yep. Coach John Bunyan, at Port's, great guy, class act. I think he's just going to be content to run the clock out.
Yeah, you don't want to have any unnecessary risks. You have a fumbled snap. You have to get the ball knocked off, but
and you don't want people getting hurt. You don't want to. Let's just get out of here. We got a good victory. We've had a great night. Yep, looks like they're going to victory formation. With about a minute to go, a couple snaps, and Port's going to come out with a win. Unfortunately for Plymouth. There we go.
Yeah, it is a rough one because I know that there are a lot of high expectations for this game coming into it. They thought that they matched up well against Port Washington. And knowing that if they have a victory tonight, they have a shot at winning that conference title, at least a share of the conference title. And unfortunately for that, that's gone now. Beaver Dam doesn't have a loss in conference yet. And Port Washington only has 1 loss, and they face each other in the next week or 2.
And that should be the final.
That will be the last play of the game. Plymouth down 28-14 with about 15 seconds to go. Good victory for Plymouth, or Port Washington, to come away with a victory. Next week, just a reminder, Plymouth does travel to Kettle Moraine Lutheran. Aaron will be on the call, which will be good. Hopefully we can rebound from this. It's a good learning week for Plymouth. So for Aaron, Kurt Zope on the camera, Tim Schultz on the sideline reporter. I'm Josh Oppenhier. Tough loss for the Panthers. Let's see if we can rebound next week at Kettle Moraine Lutheran. Hopefully you guys have a good week and good night.
Next week, the Panthers will travel to Kettle Moraine